I just got off a 9-hour long shift and it's 9 p.m. And then I have to go back and do that same thing at 7 in the morning tomorrow. So all I come home to do is shower and get some sleep. And then tell me why I feel like I'm disappointing everyone around me. I'm disappointing my girlfriend, I'm disappointing my parents, I'm disappointing my friends. Because I have no time to spend with them. All my hours are clocked into work, and if I'm not working, it's basically 3 hours of free time, and then I have to go to bed because I got to get up early. And I can't spend any time with my friends, and then I hardly get any time with my girlfriend. And then my parents wanted me to go to college. They still want me to go to college, but I have no idea what I want to go to college for, because either way I'm going to hate it, because I'm going to be stuck doing something that I either love or I don't love, but it's going to be on somebody else's schedule for the rest of my life. And it just doesn't make sense. I just feel like I'm disappointing them, and I'm not even making good money at this job I'm at right now. Oh.
Have you ever felt like you're just living to work? Like you clock out and the rest of your night is just cooking, showering, and getting ready to do it all over again. No time for your friends, your partner, or even yourself. In one video, a woman in her 30s said she feels like she hasn't accomplished anything with her life, and she called herself a failure. A lot of people want to be successful, but they're stuck in this loop and they don't know where to start. Can you relate?
I'm Talia, I'm 30 years old, and I'm a failure. I'm not 30, I'm actually 29, but I'm turning 30 in October, and I do still actually think I'm a failure. I realize that I have been wasting my life and my time on earth doing things that I don't want to be doing because I'm too scared of doing the things that I do want to be doing. Or I don't even know. I don't know the reason. There's so many reasons. There's like familial pressure and societal pressure and cost of living and whatever the fuck else. But I don't want to live that way anymore. So I'm doing this. Whatever this is, I'm going to start posting. I'm just going to start posting what I'm up to, the things that I'm doing to try to shift out of this, because I kind of feel desperate and this might be the only way. So, I mean, you can follow, you cannot follow. I'll still be posting. I'll still be trying. See you soon.
Nobody talks about the hard part. I want to be successful so bad, and I want to have such a great life so bad that every day I'm not there. It feels like a prison. My thoughts eat away at me, no matter how much I'm in the Word, no matter how I try to correct those thoughts with good thoughts and supportive thoughts or Bible verses, whatever it may be. And no matter what, you just feel weak. And your mind just challenges you like you're never going to get there. I just think it's really important to understand that you're not always going to feel good. You're not always going to want to work, to go to the gym, to have a good attitude. And those are the most important times where you discipline yourself into not letting those things win, not letting the outside factors win, not letting those thoughts win. I just cried my eyes out. I'm on a swing right now on a freaking playground all by myself in the middle of the night, 9:30 on a Friday night, having a tough time. But I'm also super grateful for these moments because I know it's temporary. I know there's going to be a time where I am winning and when I have everything I ever dreamed of and I earned it and I made it through these parts, and I'll be able to help somebody who's in my shoes during their life, and I can relate to them and let them know that it does get better. They will win. This is why I do it. Like, I dream so big. I could be so average. I could go get a normal job, could go have a nice, consistent income every month, make mama happy, make the wife happy, something's consistent. But that's not me. I want the best. I want the hardest. If it's hard, I want it. And that's the difference. Just keep going, never give up, and be real.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you are in your 20s and you're feeling lost and you don't know what the heck you're doing with your life, it's okay, because I don't either. I'm turning 25 next month, and I feel like I'm having like a quarter life crisis. I cried the whole morning. I feel like I don't know what the heck I'm doing at all. I'm just kind of here for the ride.
I hate my job. I am literally crying at my desk 3 to 4 days out of the week. I feel guilty to speak about the fact that it's a great job, but no matter how good of a job it is not my purpose. It's not. And if you are a purpose-driven person with dreams and there's something that you want to do with your life, it does not matter where you sit if you know for sure that seat does not belong to you. And I am tired of crying at this desk. I'm tired of feeling anxiety. I'm tired of feeling like I'm so unhappy, you know? And I was talking to my therapist the other day, and she's like, what do you want to do? And I'm just like, I want to teach women how to love themselves more. I want to show up for other moms and other women. I want to do monthly meetups. I want to do events. I want to travel. I want to, have this huge community that is growing, that's all about women showing up for themselves, and all the things, And she was like, so why don't you create a company? And I promise you, I started crying because I have a company. It's called Her Glow. And I've done the brunches and I've done the meetups, but Her Glow is not taking care of my bills. You know what I'm saying? And it can. I got to figure out what amount of money is going to help me leave my full-time job. And I'm tired of allowing fear to keep me stuck. I am deciding in this moment that I am going to be very shameless about plugging my dreams and my purpose and sharing it. And I am going to truly buy myself out of this misery. I owe that to myself. I owe it to the woman that I used to be. I owe it to the woman that I'm becoming. And I'm proud of myself already. And if you can relate to what I'm talking about, if you're at a job and you feel like, damn, I am not really living in my purpose, I'm hoping this is a sign for you to do what you know you're called to do, what God has placed on your heart. Because I'm telling you, when you get to the end of your life, you are going to have so much regret. You're going to feel like, damn, it was so many things I needed to do and I didn't do them, So hopefully this is your sign to keep going, because I am.
I can't believe that I'm 28 years old and I have nothing to show for it. Nothing. What the fuck have I done? My entire life. What have I done? Because I have fucking nothing, you guys. I have nothing. I have never had my own place to live. I've never had a fucking car or a career or a relationship. Nothing. If it wasn't for the kindness of my family and friends, I'd be on the fucking street. Do you know that? I'd be on the fucking street. I have tried to plant my feet somewhere and make something last. I have tried to find somewhere where I could settle down and build a fucking foundation for my life. I have tried over the past 10 years and nothing ever fucking worked. It is so fucking pathetic. Like, I don't know how else to put it. Like, what the fuck am I doing? What the fuck have I done? How is it that I'm 28 years old, I have fucking nothing? It's like fucking embarrassing, dude. Like, I look around me, everybody fucking else has a place to live, has a family and friends and a fucking career and some sense of stability in their lives. I have nothing. And I have tried and I have tried and fucking tried. Have I not fucking tried? Like, seriously. And for what? For what? To be at the fucking mercy of this world with nothing to show for it, with nothing at the end of the day. I can't believe my fucking life, you guys. I can't believe it. The only good thing that I have is this fucking TikTok account. The only people who give a fuck about me besides a select few in my life are you guys. If it wasn't for this account, I would be fucking nothing. I would just be some fucking loser on the street with absolutely nothing going for them in life. Truly, I would. I don't know what else to say. This is my fucking life.
I believe that feeling lost in life is a sign of growth. And more than feeling lost, the real problem is that we don't allow ourselves to feel lost, meaning we place a judgment on it. We believe that we shouldn't feel lost, that we should have figured it out already, that we should be farther ahead in life. That is what creates the shame, the anxiety, and the pressure. Feeling lost simply means that we've outgrown an old version of ourselves and are now in this, granted uncomfortable in-between place of not being super clear yet of what that new version is going to look like. But only people committed to growing experience this. Like, you have to acknowledge to yourself that the old way isn't working anymore. So many people are in denial about it and just normalize their disappointment. I don't blame them, because it takes a lot of courage to face yourself and that temporary lack of identity. But if you're going through this right now, I want you to know that you're in the most perfect place. Yes, it might feel uncomfortable, but you're birthing a new version of yourself. One that is much bigger, more authentic, and truer than the one before. So keep moving forward, because what's waiting on the other side of that is going to be so worthwhile.
I just want to know, are there any people out there in their 30s who feel like they're just lost and confused in their life right now? People used to tell me, just wait till you get to your 30s. It gets so much easier. I don't feel like that. Do I want to start a whole new career path? Do I want to keep my job? Do I just want to take whatever money I have left to my name and just run to Europe? Do I live in a city? Do I live on a farm where there's a bunch of cows and sheep and cute little dogs running around? I can just frolic in the flowers and just be a farm girl. I'm 33. Do I need to try and look for a husband right now? I don't know. Do I just get a van and me and my little dog just go trip around and go on little road trip adventures together and experience things? Like, that sounds fun. Do I just move to a super cheap island and just work in a smoothie shack, you know? Like, there's no right or wrong in life, but it's like there's so many options and paths that you can take that I don't know anymore. I want to do so many things, but at the same time, I don't know what to do. Also, I don't really have the financial freedom right now to be able to experience a lot of things.
Of course you feel lost and you don't know what to do with your life, because for a majority of your life, someone else has been telling you how to live your life. And now that you're an adult and you actually have the opportunity and the freedom to choose how you want to live your life, you're scared to do so. And this can be for a myriad of reasons. One being that you're afraid of the potential judgment that you might receive from other people. And another one of those options could be that you don't really know yourself and you really don't want to put in the time or the effort to get to know yourself, or you don't even really know where to start. So the idea of actually doing it for yourself just seems overwhelming. So you kind of look towards other people to tell you who you are, because that's what you're used to anyway. And if that's the case for you, then you usually fall into a self-help healing trap, which means you scroll through TikTok and you look for other people to tell you how to live your life. And even if you're not consciously aware that you're doing this, there's a good chance that the music, the movies, the TikToks that you're watching, all the information that you're receiving in a day is pretty much just shaping who you are. Which honestly makes sense, because how else are you going to find characteristics and traits of who you want to be and how you want to develop in your life? I mean, we all have to draw inspiration from something. And if self-development and figuring out who you are is all about figuring out your characteristics, your traits, your goals, and what you aspire to do with your life, therefore you are creating your own reality, then it might be suggested to be a little bit more conscious in our own creating of our own reality. And don't worry, I'm not one of those people saying you can't ever watch trash TV again or listen to sad music, because best believe when Pink and White comes on in my car, I am not skipping it. The difference between who I was and who I am today is I don't identify with those lyrics anymore. And I'm a lot more mindful when I listen to music like that and when I watch trash TV, that I don't identify with what the people are saying, because that's just not who I am anymore. And in that same context, I'm very mindful when people are talking to me. I'm sure we have all been in conversation with somebody that we have known for a majority of our lives, or at least a few years. And it is commonplace for somebody to tell you your identity. Oh, well, we all know how much you make a big deal out of nothing. Oh, you've just always had the worst luck in that area of your life. How are you ever going to change if you agree with these labels? Not only just when people you know try to tell you that, or music or TV, but especially when you keep repeating those things to yourself. And let's not forget our fear of abandonment, which stems from our survival need of wanting to be a part of a community. So our brain literally tries to convince us that we will not survive if we do not do what the community or the pack tells us to do. This is why we follow trends that we don't even care about. This is why you wear clothes that you don't like. We do things that we don't even enjoy to impress other people. So my question to you is this: what would your life look like if you started taking accountability for your own reality? And because you decided to take accountability for creating your own reality, you also stopped caring so much about what other people thought about you. And you started doing what actually felt authentic and good for your life and the greater good of the world. My name is Sarah. I'm your favorite self-experimenting coach or companion. You're an amazing person, and I hope you have the best day.
Hey, you feeling stuck, lost, hopeless, depressed in your life, feel like you have no purpose? Well, don't worry too much. It's because you probably don't have a compelling future. A compelling future is something that pulls you forward because you desire it so much that you can't think about anything else in your life other than reaching that goal. It allows you to focus, it allows you to manage setbacks, it allows you to easily move towards that goal. And without it, you may feel like shit and like your life's going nowhere. So I got some simple tips for you today in order to achieve that compelling future that you need more than anything right now in your life. I want you, when you have a quiet time, when you won't be disturbed, to sit down and take about 30 deep breaths with your eyes closed. And I want you to think about how you would feel if your life was exactly where you wanted it to be. What you would look like, what you would be doing, what you would see, how you would see yourself, how you would see other people, how other people would see you. I want you to think about what inspired you sometime in your life, what made you happy, what it would feel like to be happy. And I want this as a meditative practice. But if you do this for 3 or 4 days in a row, or 3 or 4 days over the course of a couple of days, and you start writing down how you would feel, how you would look, how other people would treat you, how would you treat other people if you had something that was so inspiring. And by doing this practice over and over and over for several times, and it may take you 2 hours over the course of 2 or 3 weeks, you will start to see a picture of yourself. And that picture will be a compelling picture that will pull you like a black hole towards your dreams, hopes, and desires. If you have any questions about this, you can reach out to me in the comments and I'll try to help you as much as I can. But I'm telling you right now, if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling like your life's going nowhere, if you feel like you're stuck, you need to do this exercise. Peace out. Be well. Have a great day.